Hi everybody, Carol here. Welcome to my YouTube channel. Today I'm going to be making a Christmas card using these two stamp sets. This one's called Country Pleasures and the other one is Trees 3. I'm using a sentiment and snowflakes from it. And I'm going to stamp with some blue ink, and I'm experimenting with this blue ink and it didn't come off very well. And so I decided to switch to a different ink pad, and I re-inked it, and it does better on that. So I'm going to stamp off directly onto some cardstock. This little slender picture of a church with a snowman in front of it. And then the sentiment from the other set about joy, and stamp it. Hold it down to get a good image there, and then the little snowflakes just off to the side. The blue ink on blue paper, obviously, and it does fine too. So I decided to go ahead and stamp off on the very end of that paper. This is all the 4.5 by 6 1/4 inch card, and so they're all the same width, the little strips at the bottom. So you'll see those in a minute. So I'm cutting out this picture, and I'm going to mount it onto a piece of white cardstock, which I don't have to. I could have stamped directly onto the white, but I just wanted to have a little dimension there. Now I'm going to add my favorite glitter. It's Dazzling Diamonds from Stampin' Up. I don't know that it's available anymore, but I'm going around and placing glue where I think the snow would fall. The glitter is going to represent the snow, and so I'm putting it in between the branches and the top of the church, and I even put it in a place where it didn't stand very well to cover that up. And then the hillside and the top of the snowman. And so now I'm going to sprinkle this ultra-fine glitter that has such a pretty iridescent color to it, and don't want to waste any of this, so I don't know if I'll be able to get any more of it. But anyway, so I go back later with a brush and kind of brush that up. Now I wanted to brush it off. I wanted to show you, this is how I put these together with different colors, and I may have enough here for several cards. The white church on a dark blue background, the little light blue with the sentiment on it on top of a dark blue, the same dark blue, and then that on top of a white strip. And you'll see in a minute when I put it all together. Now these are the dimensions. You definitely don't have to do it the way I did it, but in case you're wondering, I'll just show you what I did, and I'll have a still shot of that at the end if you want to pause it and write those dimensions down. But you certainly don't have to do that. And so that is the way these little pieces will go together. Now I'm setting them off to the side to glue them with the Tombow Mono Multi Glue, because it is repositionable. It goes on white, but when it dries it is clear. And that little blue strip, I'll show you, that little bitty blue strip, I'll show you in a minute. But so when it's clear, then they're all ready to glue down, and it becomes totally repositionable, and so that you can move it around. Now that is my background piece, a medium blue. Now I'm going to put down the dark blue, which will be the background for the church, the little church scene with the snowman. Here's a piece of white on top of that I just wanted a little bit of an edge of the dark blue, and again I could have stamped directly onto that. That was an extra piece I did. And then this is the one with the glitter. So I left the stamped outline edge on this to frame it. Now these are the pieces that go at the bottom. The white strip with a little bit of the blue showing, the dark blue, and then that little skinny strip of light blue, just for interest is the only reason that's on there. And then a little bit of the white shows behind it, a little bit of the white shows behind the dark blue. And now the other light blue with the sentiment on it. It's just slightly darker than the pale blue. Now I just wasn't quite straight on that, so I pulled it up again, the advantage of having repositionable blue, to try to straighten that up. And so that's the way it is. Now here is another one that I'd made with a little piece of ribbon just folded over to the far left, just strictly for interest, and you can see the difference. The blues are slightly different colored background, and I have more glitter on the right-handed one than I do on the left hand, and I don't know if you can tell or not, maybe you can't, but on the left-handed one I took a very pale blue colored pencil and just kind of gave a hint of shading on the hills and around the church. Probably doesn't really show up that much. But so there are the cards, very similar. And just to give you an idea of the variety, you can see the glitter shining there on the one on the left and part of the one on the right. I took a brush, a really full brush, almost a makeup brush, and dusted off some of that glitter. So that's it. I hope you enjoyed and see how simple it is to use simple stamps and still get a very effective card. So here are some still shots. I hope you enjoy, and at the end I'll have some other videos that you might like to look at. The subscribe button if you want to do that. So thank you for joining me. I hope you'll make some beautiful Christmas cards, and see you again. Bye-bye.